Good morning, Big Brother fans. Today is the day. It is Wednesday, July 6th, 2022. And Big Brother 24 starts in about 12 hours from now, from when I am recording this. And we've already had stuff change since the last time I posted. I recorded 3 times yesterday. That is not normal for me. Normally, I'm good for one a day. Probably more than one today as well, since it's the start of the show and there may be things going on. But my last post yesterday was talking about the cast members. I spent 30 minutes going over the list, and honestly, I said I thought I'd have more thoughts this morning after last night, and it's like, no, not a whole lot more. So those of you that hear this and are like, but you didn't talk about the cast that much, just go listen to yesterday's and bear in mind the little tiny differences that I talk about now. But frankly, to be totally honest, I didn't get much more of an impression as I reached down over to my side and grab a sheet of paper that had everybody's picture on it. I can glance at it and say, did I get any more ideas? If it sounds a little bit odd, by the way, this morning as I drive, you may hear the rain hitting the windshield. It is raining here in Indiana this morning, so you may hear that on the drive. But glancing at the pictures of everybody, I didn't learn much new that struck me. We haven't found a huge Twitter presence of house guests, which it's not surprising. I mean, it's not like Twitter is the go-to social media application for a lot of people nowadays, even though a lot of us use it, like me. So, but I did find it looked like Joe Pooch may have an account that actually followed me. But didn't look like it really did much except for retweet other people, so that wasn't a very active one. And Daniel, the Elvis impersonator, looking back on his limited Twitter account, which has had a lot of tweets deleted, like maybe trying to scrub his old stuff. Not that there's any negative there necessarily. Some people just do that just in case. He seemed to, even though he does Elvis stuff now, it seems like he was a little bit more of a punk kind of a rocker, at least in his younger days, probably much younger days. But I found a couple of clips online of him playing some bit harder edged music, and thought it was amusing and shared it with Scott. And haven't gotten much more info yet on that, but it was interesting. Other than that, the real big news, honestly, let's just cut to the chase, is that Marvin got removed from the cast. The reason that, I don't know, the accepted reason, there's a couple of potential reasons. One reason could be COVID, but the other reason that, and I don't know if it's 100% true, but it's possible, and it makes sense logically, is that, as I noted yesterday, he is on America's Got Talent, and apparently he advanced in the show. So I guess he's going to be on the live version. So obviously he can't be on the live version of America's Got Talent as well as be living in the Big Brother house. And so he withdrew, or had to withdraw, or was told he couldn't be on Big Brother. So that's the explanation. That we didn't get one, really, just that he wouldn't be participating, but that's what everybody's speculation is. So Marvin has been replaced by a guy named Joseph Abdin. I think it's Abdin. I think it's A-D-B or A-D-B-I-N or A-B-D-I-N. One way or the other. And I don't have it written anywhere that I can see, so I knew I wouldn't remember. But we never call people by their last name, really, once they're in the house, generally, so that won't be much of a problem. So Joseph is a 24-year-old lawyer from Florida. That also, by the way, I commented on yesterday, it skews the age. The age was at 29.8 years average total. That will pull it down a little bit. So the cast just got a little bit younger with Joseph. He definitely really, we didn't see much except for someone found a video that he was giving a video tour to somebody at a law school and was talking. And then Sharon from Us Weekly posted a quick question and answer video of him, answering questions that he made either fairly recently or had made previously. But based on the quality of the video and the angle and all that, it seems like it was probably recorded right after the announcement or something. He said, well, here, give us some quick questions so we can get it posted. And he answered the questions. Nothing stood out spectacular. He definitely was not as dynamic or interesting, at least on first blush, as Marvin was. So you can see why, if those were the two, if they were between him and Marvin, okay, well, you're going to take Marvin because he's much more interesting to watch as far as his very dynamic. I don't mean to be critical because I don't want to knock somebody else because it's like, that's, I think about those same things. It's like, well, would somebody be more interesting than me, and what would you have to do, and how would you do something like that? So I feel bad that Joseph wasn't selected the first go around. But then again, if I had to pick between him and Marvin, at least for watchability and for interest, I might choose Marvin. So, anyways, in the end, it is now Joseph, at least as far as we know. They still aren't in the house yet. They got 12 hours to go before they get in the house. But it's just interesting that as hard as CBS planned. Now, there's the other question, too, is the question of, okay, did CBS not know he was on America's Got Talent? Of course they did, and yet they made the decision that we're going to keep him in the cast. So that's the reason that I go, like, is it really the reason that he couldn't be on? Is he really advancing? I don't know. Anyways, we won't know the answer to that question probably, for sure. We don't know the for sure reason. Maybe eventually someone will say something, but we'll speculate. But honestly, a couple days from now, we just aren't going to care because he'll be done. I mean, we don't talk about Christian replaced a guy whose name I can't think of right now. I forgot about that completely. The last season's Christian replaced a guy, and that was it Christy or whatever her name was, the woman who didn't have any hair, that was a swimsuit model. We still talk about her a little bit, but Claire replaced her last second. So these things happen, and we'll just carry on with the cast that we got, which again will be moving in tonight. Will I do another CarCast between now and then? You know what? I'm going to say yes. Maybe a short one, but I'll probably do one right before the show tonight, just because that'll be the final wrap things up. Tell people about ways to watch it, because there are those of you that want to watch it live, and there are ways to watch it live even if you're not on the East Coast, or I'm in Indiana and I can still watch it live. But there are ways, and I will share that at least a couple of options with you, or at least one option with you when I do my next CarCast. All right, later today. I don't anticipate doing another one until this evening on the way home. Not expecting any major news. We did see a little bit of the house, of course, and I talked about that last night too. So those of you that are thinking well, you didn't talk enough, I don't know what more you want me to tell you. There's really not a whole lot other than the fact that Joseph was out. We didn't learn anything, amazing information or news last night. So we'll just finish it off. And those of you that want more and want to hear me talk about every individual house guest, then by all means, listen to yesterday's CarCast, the last one. I did 30 minutes where I went down the entire list, with the exception of Joseph, and talked about each one of them. So you can just check that out, and I will talk to you guys later today. All right. Have a good Wednesday. And I am going to go to work. And I'm going to be up all night long. So, yay. I'm excited. It'll be fun. But it's going to be a long 24 hours for sure. Take care, everybody. Thank you to my patrons. And thank you to any of you that even just listen to the commercials at the end of this, because I do get a little bit of a revenue coming in from that too. All right. With that, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.